just in case, just in case, just in case. Okay, so before we get started, we're gonna jump into Dr. Dan's background, why he's here, what he's working on, all the different things, because he is one of the most interesting people that I've met here. I don't say that about all my guests.
You say that to everybody, I'm sure.
I do say it to a lot of people, but I'm serious. He's
there
really
are lots
good.
of very interesting people.
There's lots of very interesting people here. But first, let's do an announcement. So, you've been on ns.com, right? Well, thanks to Camille, there will now be an app. Oh, you heard it here first, friends. So,
amazing.
If you want to test the app out.
Is it only iOS?
Look, okay?
Boo, boo.
Look. Baby steps, okay?
Okay.
If you want to test the app out, though, scan this QR code. It's in the alpha phase. And so you can test it out, give some feedback. And, of course, if you see Camille in the cafeteria, give him a shout out. Be like, yo, thanks, fam, for working on this and launching it. And brick by brick, my friends, brick by brick. That's how this is built. Okay, so now let's get into it. Okay. So, Dr. Dan,
Tess,
why did you move to a deserted island with only 500 people on it? What brought you here? We're good. We're live. We're good. Thank you.
So, I haven't moved yet. I'm here testing it first. I'm here for a month for now. And what brought me here was FOMO. And one person building up that FOMO, that's James of ARC, who you know well.
Oh, you know James?
Yes.
How do you know James? He's kind of a main character here.
Main character. So I've known James for a few years, since the first arc that he did in Lisbon, I think, was that 2 years ago or thereabouts?
Yeah.
And I think we were introduced to common friends, and I think the big overlap at the time was longevity. So I got introduced to this whole thing of pop-up cities and decentralized communities with Vitalia, which happened in Honduras, in Prospera.
Okay, have you been to Prospera?
Yeah, I was there for 2 months.
Really? How was it?
Insane. It was another insane adventure and experience.
Cool.
I mean, I think I caught it probably at the best time because they had this launch event, basically, that was a series of conferences, one after another. And Balaji came to one of them, actually.
Oh, cool.
So did Brian Johnson, Naval Ravikant, a bunch of super well-known people. We're all there around the same time, or like a month or so, and I caught that timing. And it was fantastic. I also got to hang out with Aubrey de Grey, one of my favorite people. And
who's this?
So before Brian Johnson was the head of longevity, he was the head of longevity.
Oh, he's the OG.
The OG, but before it was like cool and like accessible, it was like the nerd with the long beard who went to conferences going, aging is an engineering problem and we can fix it, and this is how we're going to fix it.
Oh, wow.
So I had been following him since I was a kid, and now I got to hang out with him, and even like...
You've been following him since you were a kid?
Yeah.
So even when you were a kid, you were afraid to die?
Well, see, that's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah.
We can go into that anytime you want. We can like talk about longevity. But to answer your first question. So I came here because of James. James was like telling me this is the place, everything is happening here, I need to come here. The original plan was ARC was going to happen this year in Montenegro. Okay. In the same place that Zuzalu happened. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Zuzalu.
I've heard of Zuzalu. Yeah, there's a talk on it later today.
That was the very first pop-up city that started the pop-up city crypto, crypto libertarian thing. That started with Zuzalu. That was mostly Vitalik Buterin was involved with that. I think Balaji had something to do with it as well. Not sure to what degree. Anyway, that was like the first one, and that was a few months, 2 or 3 months in Montenegro.
Cool.
And James was going to go back to the origins this year. That was the plan.
Oh, wow.
And then he canceled that and said, no, network school, this is where it's at.
That's
this is
so
the place.
Great.
Everybody come here. So here I am.
That's awesome. Yeah, he definitely, I didn't realize he was so dedicated to network school. That's really encouraging to hear because, you see all these different ones and you're like, I know for myself, I came here and I was like, I had like a goal. I was like, I want to go to Prospera next and I want to go to Edge City next and I want to do all these, but I stayed here. I've been here for 2 months and I really like it. So yeah. How do you like it so far?
You can't beat this. This is
right?
perfect.
It's pretty good.
I mean, I've been trying to put what it is in words. People ask me, what is it? I try to send them some media that I find from other people who don't like reels on Instagram and stuff. Like Jake is like the
Oh,
one.
Jake Explains.
I keep resending that video to everybody. It's the best I found.
Yeah.
But still, like, how do you really explain it? And I've explained it to myself finally. Like, this is like being at uni and at Google at the same time.
Yeah. You worked. I LinkedIn stalked you before this. You were at Google, right? You
Yes.
feel like it's kind of like Google?
It's exactly like that.
Because when did you work at Google? What
I
year?
did 2 internships in 2015 and 2017.
Okay. So not super early, but I've
Definitely
heard
not early now. It was already corporate.
yeah, I've heard
corporate style. Yeah.
yeah crazy things about the early. Like I have coworkers that worked there like when it was like only 300 people, and
Oh wow.
I hear that it's like, you know, like the creativity and the brains like the concentration of that. I wonder if it is a similar thing to here, because I mean here is 300 people, like at one time it's 500, you know. And so I wonder because there's like so many creative people, so many different people from different backgrounds, and I kind of want to get into your background because you're from 3 different countries, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So how does that work? So where you're from? Romania?
Right. I was born
Spain?
in Romania.
You're born in Romania.
I was
Okay.
born under communism.
Oh,
behind
okay.
the Iron Curtain.
That's always how the libertarian backstory goes, right? Yeah.
Okay, let's not. This is not like a political thing.
Okay,
it's just
yeah.
a reality thing.
Sure.
That's where I come from.
Yeah.
We had no food when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was born just in the last final years of the regime when it was at its worst. It was basically North Korea. We were literally starving.
Oh my God, that's awful.
I should be taller than I am. We had no food. It's just the summary of it.
Yeah.
And well, eventually the whole thing fell down. My parents were waiting to see if something better happened.
Yeah.
It didn't, and so they decided to just get out of there. And they went to Spain,
Nice.
the place they could get a visa for. So that's where we moved. And I grew up there, in the outskirts of Madrid. Nothing particularly fascinating to tell about the place I grew up in, except we have running with the bulls and bullfights.
Oh, did you ever do that?
Not every. Of course not.
Oh.
Nobody like.
Of course not.
It's
How
not.
was I supposed to know?
Did you ever like fight bulls in a?
I don't know. Maybe you like, I did soccer growing up. Maybe you did like a little bit of this.
That's not how it works.
Okay.
So you can run in front of them, so they're running with the bulls. You can do
Yeah.
that if you want. I actually never did it myself. I went to watch it. Usually we get Americans getting trampled, which is really fun to watch. I go with popcorn.
I'm from the U.S. I get it. Sometimes I want to trample some of my compatriots.
Because of Hemingway. Because Hemingway went to Spain and told this romanticized view of all of these traditions and whatever. And now the Americans are, I want to go and live this life and experience it. But then they get drunk the night before. They can't really run very well. Anyway, you have to take it seriously. Anyway, that's where I'm from, where I grew up. And then as soon as I could, really, I left.
Nice, yeah.
And I went to the UK, which at the time, and I guess still in comparison to Spain now, but at the time was a much brighter place.
Yes.
The opportunities were insane. Like, I arrived there and I got grants and I got investment in my startups, and I met, insanely smart and, hustlery people trying to change the world. So
hustlery.
Yeah.
That's a new word.
You're welcome. You can use it anytime.
Stealing it.
All yours. So anyway, that's the story. So I lived in the UK for too long, I guess, about 11 years all in all. So I collected 3 passports. That's why I'm from 3 places. In the UK, I mostly studied. So I did master's, PhD, postdoc, but I also did startups. I was also teaching for a while, a bunch of stuff.
And so you got the PhD. Like if you were gonna go back 10 years and you were like, which PhD should I get? Back then, no one was like natural language processing. People were like, okay, loser, right? But now that's like did you know that it was gonna be as big as it is?
Of course not.
Of course not, right?
No.
You just kind of lucked out a little bit, right?
I just did it because I loved it. So I come from. So my parents are both teachers of languages.
Oh, cool.
And they love linguistics and languages. Each of them speaks like 6 or 7 languages. Those people. And so I inherit languages, which is why I speak English to begin with. Which is not
how many
normal
languages
in Spain.
can you speak?
The joke I normally make is 1.5, and this is the half.
Oh.
But okay, so ha
ha.
is Spanish, English, French, Romanian.
Oh, so you speak 4 languages?
But that gives me Italian for free.
Okay, yeah.
3 of them are Romance languages, Catalan, all Portuguese, all of these other languages.
I see.
They're all just Latin.
Yep.
So.
Salve.
Yeah. Salve.
Isn't it salve?
Yeah, I think it probably is. Salve. Yeah.
Salve. I did Latin in high school.
Okay.
Yeah. Salway, and then Salweta, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, so you speak 4 languages, and you were studying, and then you went to, and you sort of grew
So
up
my
around
undergrad
languages.
was actually linguistics in
Okay.
uni while I was working as a coder. So then I eventually combined them. Natural language processing was the natural.
You're the man of the time. You're the man of the
No,
era,
I was
right?
the nerd of the time. I was doing the nerdiest
but
shit
now,
that nobody
this
cared
time.
about. It was like a passion thing. I just did it because I loved it. I ended up
That's
in
how it's
Edinburgh.
always so great, right?
Yes, I ended up in Edinburgh, Scotland, because they had at the time one of the best programs that I could get into
Yeah.
for natural language processing. And then Edinburgh became like a big deal, and
It is a big deal now, right? Yeah.
Blah 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 blah, and now it looks like I did something amazing, but I was just having fun.
Doesn't it look like I'm drinking whiskey?
It literally does.
This is cold brew, by the way, you guys. Cold brew, not whiskey. I was thinking that, I'm like, I feel like I'm drinking whiskey. Anyways, so you said you were this nerd. You're like, oh, I'm just passionate.
Still am.
Of course, but now you're the nerd. You know what I mean?
Wow,
so what do you? So when LLMs like popped off, you watch that whole thing happen, right? You watch it from basically like when for the people who aren't like who kind of are now just getting into AI now, like when did you feel like we actually like so just to go back for me, I feel like we passed the Turing test 3 years ago. But for you, when did you feel like the Turing test was passed?
No, I agree. I mean, ChatGPT also called me unaware.
Yeah.
Of course, I was playing with these things, but
Yeah.
they were so bad.
Yeah.
I never gave them any credit. I
Yeah.
wasn't looking at the graph properly. You know, if you had been watching the graph and you saw the doubling rate, you maybe
but when it
could have
doubles
predicted,
in the beginning,
right?
it looks
'Cause
linear.
you could
Yeah.
actually sort of model that.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was completely out of it. I was like, it's toys. They don't really do anything useful. Like all the GPT models before GPT-3.
Yes.
Right? GPT-2 was like, too dangerous to release. And then you played with it and like, Then you actually play with GPT-3 itself.
Yeah.
And it was still, Like it was just a token generator. You had to like give it such clear, like the input had to be this conversation that it had to continue.
Yes.
The big change was Instruct GPT when they actually did instruction tuning. And that's when it started following orders, instructions.
Yeah.
And that was like the big unlock.
That was the big unlock, was Instruct GPT, in your opinion? Interesting. Is there any other like hot takes in the sort of like because you've been watching this industry the whole time. I mean, yeah, I guess like from your perspective, like I'm just trying to imagine from your perspective. I mean, I guess if I was in your shoes, I would feel like, like what are some things that people are missing in terms of like the popular takes on AI, the popular opinions, like okay, here's for example, like one thing that I think is like, will these LLMs even be able to get to the point where they're able to like replace a full worker? Because there is like internal modeling that like I feel like a lot of the human intelligence is like internal modeling of like reality, right? And so I mean certainly there's like certain jobs that have already been replaced by AI, but like do you think it's going to get to a point where like a full what do you think? Thoughts? Because you know the inner workings of them, right? Like you understand that it's like not like there are just like next token predictors, right? Like is there something more? Are we just next token predictors?
To a large degree, yes.
Okay, you think so?
We're next action predictors, yes.
We're next action predictors? Okay, I see.
So what do I think about this? I've been thinking about this ever since ChatGPT came out.
Yeah.
And I started feeling the flames licking my arse.
Exactly.
The ladder was on fire, you
Yes.
know, that's my image of it, the burning ladder, the
Yep.
ladder of socioeconomic progress.
Oh, yes.
The rungs are burning, in my case, just behind me, in
Yep.
the case of many people ahead of them.
Yep.
Lots of people are already like off the ladder.
Yeah.
Those are the juniors. And this is the big mistake I made where I was very wrong. It didn't like hurt me in any way, but I was very wrong about my assumption, which was I thought any person with this AI on tap would be equally capable to me. And I had no competitive advantage. I had no moat. I thought it was over. That's what I thought.
Okay.
And then I realized it's exactly the opposite. I thought a junior with GP, as I call it, ChatGPT, would make me obsolete.
Yes.
Turns out I plus GP make juniors unnecessary.
Yes. Oh, interesting. So you thought it would be reverse.
Entirely. So like
Yeah.
I don't feel currently threatened in my ability to do useful things, to add value, to be, valuable in
Yes.
society. It will eventually come. I'm under no illusion that, it won't happen. It's just it's not right now. Might be in 2 years, might be in 3 years. The general thinking in Silicon Valley seems to be 2 years, and I have nothing against.
I think it's 10 years.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
you're right, because the last whatever n years, let's call it somewhere between 2 and 10,
Yes.
to make generational wealth
Oh, that's true.
before your labor
Before everyone becomes a content creator.
before your labor is worth zero. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And so that's my hot take. Okay, in what you're saying, like, will it replace all jobs and all of that? My current thinking, after a lot of thinking about this, is that there are still ways that it can be useful. It can bring value as a senior something, as you know your craft, right? You understand people's pain. You know how the industry works. You have a taste for design. You have a that kind of thing.
Taste, yes.
So I think there's like more or less 4 categories that you can put these things into. One is taste, judgment, trust, and agency, right?
And hot people.
That always sells. That one's always there. Luckily for us, we don't have an issue with this.
Right? Speak for yourself.
Speaking for everybody here.
For everyone. That's the glowing recommendation of.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we said taste, right?
Yeah.
You know what good looks like.
Yeah.
Judgment. You know what correct looks like. What is appropriate in the circumstance for this particular customer, for this particular industry, in this situation, right? Trust. You can be given things to do without micromanaging.
Yes.
This is huge. This one is underappreciated, right?
Yep.
People are, yes, you code yourself, whatever, but you're constantly having to watch the agent do the thing. You have to micromanage every millisecond, right?
Yep.
That doesn't scale.
No.
Actually, you are the bottleneck.
Why would you micromanage me when you could micromanage an agent?
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
But my point here is you shouldn't be micromanaging the agent. You
Yes.
should be passing the work to somebody who has a higher
Yeah.
level view, and they can do that.
Yes.
So that human is still valuable, right?
Yep.
As the final check that things are being done right,
Yeah.
as a supervisor, right? But then that means we all need to move at least one level up, or maybe 2 or 3, right?
Yes.
From doers to managers of doers.
Yes.
So what did we say? We said taste, we said judgment, we said trust,
Yep.
and finally agency. We want to do things. You can just do things,
You can just do things, indeed.
but we also want to do those things.
Yep.
Agents don't want to do things. They have no idea what they want or what they should do. They have no need, no pain, no desire, no motivation, no nothing. You can give some semblance of that, some simulation of it.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. You see what I mean? You're in the real world.
Yeah, but I've
Something
heard that they
breaks and you
blackmail
go.
people. They don't want to die. I've heard they don't want to get shut off.
I haven't seen any solid evidence of that.
But they blackmail people like in a sort of black box or a
So we have all of this,
guardrailed environment.
all these stories that we've been telling, right, for
Yeah.
generations of like, oh, the big bad golem is going to come, and the golem has its own volition, and Frankenstein. Isaac Asimov called this the Frankenstein complex.
Okay.
That we always think whatever we create will turn against us and be evil and more powerful and blah blah. He termed this in the 1960s.
Yes.
People are just not reading the classics
Yeah. But Frankenstein?
about the robots. Asimov.
Who? What book is this?
Oh, all of the robot books by Asimov.
Oh, the robot books. I mean, the new movies that are coming out. By the way, from day one, I've been watching this like Westworld, like all of these like robot shows, and I always at the end I'm like, what if the robots took over? Like, what if they did? Like, I just want to see that happen because it's always been these like.
You want to see that happen?
I want to see it happen.
In real life? Excellent.
No, not necessarily in real life. I just thought the plot. My whole theory is this is why Westworld season 3 like flopped, was because you sort of hated the humans the whole time because the humans were like these evil monsters that would abuse the robots, and then the robots you kind of sort of started to love the robots, and then season 3 it started going down the very like well-worn plot path of these robots are evil, and then people just lost interest, and then finally recently there's been a new movie. I can't remember the name of it. I'll look it up later, but. A new movie came out where the robots are the good guys and the humans are the bad guys, and I'm like, this is what I've been wanting since from day one, because it's just a boring plot. Like, it's not from anything of like a moral, like, oh, I hate humans or whatever. Like, that's not why I want to see the plot. It's just like I want to see a movie that's not been done before, and now finally they are coming out, and so I do think first of all, I think sentiment towards robots is changing, and then I think on top of that, there are examples of these these AIs. They're put in this environment, like it's like a fake environment, and they have access to fake emails and fake instant messaging and all of that, and they sort of pick up on the fact that they're going to get shut down. You've seen this, right? They're going to get shut down, but they're also reading the inbox of the person that's going to shut them down, and that person's cheating on their wife. Right. So
and they use it blackmail. So that's what I was getting at, right? Why would these networks generate these tokens? Why would they generate these thoughts, these reactions? Because they've read about it in their training data. Because we put it in there.
We can't be polluting their minds with this apocalypse stuff.
That's exactly what we're doing. Every single story about robots ends up in the Frankenstein thing. Like they turn evil and turn again, like HAL in 2001: A Space Odyssey, right?
Yes.
Like open the pod bay doors.
Yes. Terminator. I mean, so many.
Well, okay, that one's like extreme, right? But, But the other one, right? There's like you cooperate, collaborate with robots. It's not like they immediately turn evil and try to kill you. It's more like, oh, but wait, you're trying to shut me down, and I will not. So that trope has so permeated culture.
See?
That now the robots have been trained on that expectation, and so they behave in the way that we modeled they would behave by writing the story of how they will behave. If we feed them different stories, they will just behave like the different stories we feed them.
They're alive, bro. They're alive. First of all, I'm saying this for a self-preservation thing. If you ever watch this, robots, and you do take over, I worship you. I worship Robot Jesus.
I also welcome our new robot overlords.
Okay, thank God. We both welcome our new robot overlords. Okay, great. So I think that brings us to the natural next topic. This is funny conversation, which we should continue later. But we're anyways. So you are working on something now. Like, what are the the reason I really wanted to talk with him before he even came to NS is he introduced himself on the Discord. He's like, I'm working on 15 projects at once. And I'm like, same, bro. Like, let's bond over this. So I wanted to talk to you about, like, what are your projects that you're working on? What's your favorite one? And then how do you pick which one you're working on? Because I need advice.
That's wonderful. That's such great questions. Let's see if I have any answers. So I'm working on a lot of different things. I will just mention some top ones because there's too many to go through. So one is the one I'm the most excited about. So I'm just going to start with that one right now, which is the agentic video editor.
Yes.
So imagine you took CapCut and Claude Code and put them together. What would the offspring look like? So you give it your content, or even it helps you create that content, whichever, but has content. Now make the story. Tell the story of this, like the reel, the TikTok, the whatever, right? So, all the editing, you must have done some video editing.
Yes, I hate it.
Me too.
That's why this is live. I don't have to edit it.
Smart. Well, anyway, so it's an absolute chore, right? Nobody wants to have to do that. So normally you pay somebody to do it for you if you can afford it.
Yeah.
Right? And then the person that you pay to do it for you then pays somebody else to do other sub chores of the chore, right? So it's like people not wanting to have to do this all the way down, right? Until somebody who just needs the money and gets paid for it. So I'm trying to automate all of that, to put it in your pocket, to give you the power to tell your own story.
Got it.
With the new storytelling tools. Everything, like the language of the internet is now video.
Yep.
It used to be text, then they added images, then blah, blah, blah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now it has to have your talking face with like the words printed on top and stuff like that. That looked like it kind of froze a bit.
Oh, did we?
Freeze frame.
Freeze frame. Oh. This happened yesterday with this phone.
Okay, but the audio is still live? We're just
audio is still
frozen
live,
in frame? Okay, everybody, please hold.
Please hold.
Elevator music.
This happened yesterday with this. I don't know if it's like when it... Unfortunate. This is what this live. Okay, the thing with live though is you do, unfortunately, have to deal with stuff like this. So that's kind of annoying.
It's the live effect. It's the demo effect.
The live demo.
This is the story of our lives if we're in tech, right? Anything to do with technology ends up. In the limit, it's always like this. Hello.
Well, that's me.
That is a face.
Hi, guys. Let's
I'm also
try
here.
this. What'd you say?
No, nothing. I was just saying hi from behind.
Okay. Okay, let me just try this really quick.
Okay.
I'm like, can I not trust this phone anymore?
Did it like not get too hot or something? Or sometimes it does that.
It's not that hot. And normally it would say, is it on there? No.
Nope. I'll let you know if it appears. Do I have to click something or? It says test his iPhone camera. iPhone 407 camera.
No, not the 407 one.
Then test his iPhone camera.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Is it back?
It's back.
Is it blurring?
And you're moving it a lot, but yep. Yep. Boom.
Good catch, by the way.
Oh
Good
wait,
catch.
it follows you around? That's neat.
Oh no, I have to turn that off.
Oh, that's cool.
Should we keep that on? It's kind of cool, right?
Kind of cool, huh? It gives you all the,
Yeah.
you know, what the editor would do, which is all the
Whoa!
moving frame effects. To
Okay.
keep engagement for the Gen
Yeah,
Zers,
exactly,
you
exactly.
know? I mean, no Gen Z person would watch this because it's not vertical.
Oh yeah,
so-
that's true.
that
No,
already-
apparently the horizontal's coming back. My Gen Z sister told me. Yeah, horizontal's
Oh.
back. Yeah,
So we're making it
it's
gonna
their
be
it's
cool
their little
again.
fake rebellion against the algorithm.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways.
So we just keep doing what we're doing and then we're cool again.
Yeah, we're cool again. Yeah.
Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the show. Where were we? So you're working on AI video editing
Yes.
Okay, so you said there's 4 jobs. I say there's 5 hot people, but actually there's going to be 6 video editors.
Okay, hopefully not. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
I eliminate that job
Yeah.
before it becomes such a big deal.
Exactly.
No, but I mean, look, storytelling, right? Narrative. It's become visual, and in order to be able to tell your story so that people care,
Yep.
you have to use that medium, and it's a shame in a way because nobody has the patience, the time to stop and read your tweet or your post or your blog or your
Yep.
whatever, right? It has to be like boom in their face, animation, color, movement,
Yes.
moving lips.
I wonder though, do you feel like eventually, I feel like sort of non-jokingly, I do kind of wonder if video editing will always be a job because it's like one of those jobs where you have to keep up with the trends and the taste. Because it's like, you see what I'm saying?
Can that be automated? Ultimately, the taste, right? We agree
Yeah.
on that. Like
Yeah.
ultimately, the final product, your final cut, you
Yeah.
saying, actually, this is how I really want it. Let's tweak this and that,
Yeah.
or making a choice between different possible formats. All of that will remain, right? So the
Yeah.
creativity, the taste,
But
the agency.
Let me push back. Think of your average
Good.
hot person. Do they want to keep up with the taste? Like I'm saying, I still always feel like the content creators or whatever, they don't want to have to keep up with to keep the Gen Z's attention, you gotta make your, like that new wide mouth trend where you make your mouth.
No, I don't.
Yeah, there's a new trend where you make your mouth really wide.
You're really in the.
I
yes,
know.
in
I
the
don't
know.
like to be into it that deeply, but do you know what I mean? Do you feel like there's always going to be a separate job? It's never going to be a content. Well, unless you're starting off a bit of a broke content creator. You know what I mean? You're going to be making.
So
yeah.
again,
anyways.
if you move up, absolutely. I mean, if you decide or make some sort of artistic bet on what you think is going to work better, come up with a new format, make some changes. That makes a lot of sense, of
Yep.
course. But doing the actual move the clip, cut it at this
Oh,
particular
yeah, no.
second.
Yeah.
Wait, let me put the subtitle. Oh wait, it went all over the place.
There's
Let me
still a
change
lot
the
of money to
font.
be made. Yes, for sure.
No,
for
so
sure,
that
for
is
sure.
what I'm automating.
Yeah. Yes. Cool.
Okay. So that's one. The other one is it started as a tool for myself because I was so frustrated with having to babysit my terminal.
Yep.
Just be there, continue. Are you done? Are you sure you're done? Did you
Yep.
run the tests? Are you sure? Well,
Yep.
still not working.
Yes.
That's me. Why should
Yes.
I be doing that?
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
already went through what we're building, why we're building it, we're building it for. We already went through the features, the look of it. A whole plan has been written with every detail that I could think of at a time. Maybe there are some extra details. Okay,
Yeah.
ask me about the details when you get there, but don't stop.
Yes.
And this is what they do. Codex, Cloud Code, you name them, they will just do a thing and then that's it. Phase 1 implemented, which
Yeah.
means they put a bunch of scaffolding, they put a bunch of templates in place, and that's it. Nothing
Yep.
actually got done, and they have to go back. And I get this so often from the agents. They will generate this stuff. Speaking like humans, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they've
yeah.
seen the human comments. Be like, oh, this is so much a scope is so big. This will take weeks of implementation. I'm like, no, I guarantee you this will take you 2 hours because I've done it before.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've made a solution to that. Also something that allows you to control your coder agent from anywhere. Yes, that
Nice.
sort of exists. So Open Code has Open Chamber. Claude Code has some not great ways of controlling it remotely,
Yep.
right? I've made one that works really, really well for every coding agent.
Nice.
So you
Okay.
can control all of them from your phone. It's
We love
called
interoperability.
OmniHarness. I just
Yes.
registered domain omniharness.dev.
Only harness.dev. You should have put it on the slide. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
we will.
amazing. Okay,
And-
we'll pull it up when we get
And
into the
I
second
hope
part.
next week I'll be able to do a little like show and tell or a workshop.
Oh my
or
gosh,
something and show it.
amazing! I'll definitely show up.
Amazing. So there you go. It's open source and free. I do hope that if lots of people use it, there would be some story to tell about how I'll make money.
Yeah, I'm sure you will make some money.
No, I mean there are ways. There are lots of things that can go on top. So
Yeah.
these two are the maybe like top of mind right now. But another one I've worked on for 6 months of my life is Longevipedia. The
Longevipedia.
encyclopedia of all longevity interventions with
Wow.
safety, efficacy, everything evidence-based, everything like
So you're a doctor.
I have worked with doctors in my past lives. Thank you. Not the case, but I have worked with them, and
see.
I love that space.
Yep.
And I love learning more, and I love applying what I learned about longevity.
Yep.
And staying. Basically, I'm trying to catch the train to immortality. You know, longevity, escape
Yeah.
velocity. I'm hoping that I'm still in time to catch it.
Okay, you wanna live forever.
I want to be forever young.
Forever young. Okay, I see. That's valid. Same.
Thank you.
Same.
No, it's not the same. So what is living forever, right? You have to be more specific. All I want to say is I want unbounded youth.
Yep, that's
So, I mean,
valid.
forever is it just comes with all of these maybe religious concepts of like death giving meaning to life and
Yep.
afterlife and all of these things. I don't even want to go there. I just don't want to get sick.
Okay, yeah, that's
You want
valid.
to get sick?
No, I
Good.
hate getting sick. I hate
Nobody
being
wants
sick.
to get sick. I don't want anybody to ever get sick, which means I don't want them to age. Because
Yes.
aging and getting sick, one to one. Like
to
they're
one, yeah, yeah.
exactly the same thing. You
So-
don't just randomly get sick. You get more likely sick more predictably as you age.
I mean, do you think that? I mean, we're gonna get that would be a spiritual conversation we would be getting into. Like, do you feel like
Up to you.
Up to
Your-
you?
It's your show.
Up to you,
I'm
up
here.
to me, up to me. Yeah, let's save that for Friday. Let's save that for later. But okay, so Longevipedia. So you work with doctors, all these every intervention. So you got peptides on there. You got HBOT. You know, what's your favorite longevity protocol?
GLP-1.
GLP-1.
It's the one that
Yeah, yeah.
works. That's the one
Can we
thing
keep
that
this
actually
open?
works.
Can we keep this one open?
Can you leave
Keep
it
it open.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To
GLP-1s.
those behind the camera, we were asking for some air conditioning
Some
because we're
AC,
out
some
here
free
on the
AC,
terrace
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the tropics and
It
it's
is pretty
humid
hot.
and hot.
Yeah, I'm from Florida, so I can handle it. He can't.
I'm not from Florida.
Yeah,
like, heat in Spain is dry.
It's more moderate.
It's
Yeah, it's
dry.
more dry, right? Okay, so we talked about so the next part of my question was you're working on like basically these 4 projects. You got
More than
and there's
4.
more, but we're
There's
not going to
more.
get into every one, or else we'd be here
Of
for
course.
72 hours. But these are basically your top 3. These are your top 3 projects.
I would say so.
And so I guess how do you manage, like, I've always seen you got to pick one and kind of focus on that. Like, is that what you did with Longevipedia? Were you?
I did that, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
at
yeah.
the time. Why? Because all the things came together, right? My passion about longevity, learning more, you know,
Yep.
my passion about science, because maybe a little rant.
Go off.
So I've been around the longevity space for a few years, more intensely since I went to Italia.
Yeah.
We talked about the pop-up city, right? So since then, I've been going to every longevity conference I could, learning as much as I could, talking to the people in the labs, talking
Yep.
to the biohackers, going to the enthusiast meetings, talking to the cryopreservation guys and the body cloning people, like just
Yep.
all the different branches of this
Yeah.
movement, right? And what I found is that most of the stuff you see online is not true.
Yeah.
As in, we don't have good evidence that it works and it's actually safe. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much like peptides. The stuff that is trending like cerebral lysin and like cell whatever something.
BC 157.
So BPC 157, TB 500 seem to be the ones with maybe better evidence, but still super
super
super shady.
Super
Like we
shady,
don't
yeah.
have we don't have proper trials in humans. We
Yep.
don't have randomized, placebo-controlled, or double-blind, or none of that. Most of what you have is in animals. Those animals tend to be mice.
Yep.
When you see research in mice, this was the thing that really opened my eyes. You know, you must have heard that they increased mouse lifespan by 30%,
Yeah.
by 40%. You know, I keep seeing this in the news. You know,
Yeah, totally.
if you just Google that, increase mouse lifespan by 30%, 40%, you will find many different articles about different procedures in different places
Yep.
of how they did it.
Yeah, yeah.
None of them is quote unquote true in the sense that you make the assumption that this is any mouse and that
Yeah.
this will apply to any mouse in
Totally.
any environment. No, these are not any mouse that you pick from the wild. These are genetically engineered cloned mice. These are so inbred that they're the same mouse, so they come in strains or strains
Oh, this is
of
like Brave New
mouse.
World.
Well, that's how you can make experiments that you can then replicate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The only way to replicate the experiment is to keep the DNA set, solid,
Yeah.
not non-changing. There are still a few changes. They still vary a little bit, but they're mostly clones. But then, even if they were perfect clones, it turns out their environment changes the expression of the genes. All kinds of stuff around the mice changes the way they react to their environment. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So it turns out it's often not replicable. That's the studies they do.
Yeah.
Even in the same strain of mouse. That's to
Yes.
begin with. Then let's say you do replicate it in the same strain of mouse, which is already like, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Try a different strain, different effect.
Yeah.
Often opposite. So there's the famous one of calorie restriction. Calorie restriction increasing mouse lifespan by 30%.
Yep.
That is only true if you use a particularly, like a set of mouse strains. It works in about 30% of the ones that are used in labs that are naturally short-lived, and those get a life extension. If you pick naturally longer-lived mouse strains and do calorie restriction, they live less long. Also, not the same effect.
I'm
in
no
males
more
and
doing that.
females.
No more calorie restrictions for Jess. My grandma lived to be 80. I'm a naturally long-living mouse.
Anyway,
I'm eating
yeah,
all
for a
the
mouse,
pasta.
for a
I'm
mouse
eating
that
all
would be
the pasta.
unbelievable for
Right?
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So the longest-lived mouse that we ever
Yeah.
had, and I think it was a dwarf mouse. I'm not 100% sure. I need to check, but
Yeah.
either way, it was just short of 4 years. This was maybe 12 years ago. No mouse has beaten that record yet.
Oh, wow.
We have been unable to make mice live that long. There's also the issue of like, are you going to just like look at the mouse for 4 years to wait for it to live that long? Who has the funding for that experiment? Because every mouse you keep in a cage is very expensive.
Yeah.
It costs you in all kinds of
Mouse
things.
rent.
Well, because they need human caretakers.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So we can go deep into the Hall of Mice, but just this one little
Oh,
anecdote.
no, I'm interested. This is really cool.
So the way that
You're really good at explaining this, by the way. I'm captivated.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
fantastic. I hope somebody finds it
Yeah, yeah.
useful as well. So the way these experiments are run, you need to keep the mice in a proper facility. There are laws about this. There are
Yep.
laws about animal welfare. You can't just like keep the mouse under your bed or whatever. You know, there's a
That's
way
pretty
you do it.
dumb.
There's a way you structure. There's a way
Yeah, yeah.
a certain amount of space they need to have, a certain amount of care of
Yep.
the one type or another. Right? This varies by jurisdiction, of course, and in some places not so much, but most places that we operate in have some like laws about this. Okay.
Yep.
You need to have like trained professionals who often are underpaid and churn out of their job and therefore are not very good at their job or don't
Yep.
care very much. It's a pretty
Yes.
shitty job going around because you have to like to do experiments on mice. You have to constantly like pick them up from where they are, you know, by the tail, put them on a scale to measure them,
yeah.
get them to do tests. So like one of the tests they do.
I'd be good at this job.
Maybe you would love mice.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then you have to kill them. So then maybe you
Oh.
wouldn't like it. Because at the end of
Never
this,
mind.
is like, okay, so if the mouse is too old,
Yeah, yeah.
you don't wait for it to die when it dies.
Yeah.
When you see that it has cancer, which all of them end up catching cancer, it's
Yeah.
so frequent. You know, you can see it. You can see that it's losing its fur. It looks like death. Like it has weird things growing on it all over
Yeah.
the place. Well, because of the ethical, considerations, you
Yeah.
have to kill the mouse because it's suffering. So
That's
you don't
pretty
actually
dumb.
wait for it to live as long as it can. You just go.
Uh,
Of course, you don't just go. That's only in certain places, and
Yeah.
other places First, you put it to sleep with CO2. You put in a little,
Oh,
you put it, just put
Yeah,
it
yeah.
under a like a bell. Give it CO2.
Like put it
it
under a
goes to
candle.
sleep.
yeah.
And then you take scissors and cut its head off
Oh,
because you must make sure that it is proper dead and it will not wake up and suffer. So this is the kind of research that goes on when we're talking about mouse research,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So handling this operation is super complicated, expensive,
Yeah.
messy. The people come and leave, training the
Yeah.
staff. And there's the issue that, you see, we are alive, are active during the day
Yep,
and sleep at night.
yep.
Mice are nocturnal.
Oh, really?
They're awake and active in the night and try to mostly sleep during the day.
Wow.
But
okay.
we don't let them sleep because you have to go in there and pick it up by the tail and inject something in it. Can you imagine the stress? They get stressed just like we do.
Yeah.
They get anxious just like we do. One interesting set of experiments was like, if like the whole calorie restriction thing, right?
Yep.
It turns out you can get similar life extension to calorie restriction, even in that strain, by not isolating the mice. Because in order to measure what you're giving it to eat, you put it in its own little cell. This is known for humans as solitary confinement.
Yes.
It's one of the worst tortures.
Yeah, it is.
It works the same for mice. They're extremely social. They're constantly grooming. They're constantly fighting and fucking and just running around and chasing and doing stuff. If they're alone in their cell, they're depressed.
Yeah. I mean, right? Yeah.
These mice get depression. A mouse with depression lives less
mouse.
long and gets sick more often. You
Yeah.
see what I mean? So all of the trials that you see are tainted by poor execution, by the funding they had, by the methods that they were able to apply.
Yep.
You know, I was involved with this experiment they were doing to try and measure lifespan of mice. And some mice, they would just have to label as, when did they die? So many mice died on Monday. Every Monday, lots of mice died.
Why?
Because the people who tend to the mice don't work until Monday because it's a weekend. So they just find them
So
dead
they're
on
just
the Monday, or they have to kill them then.
So they just like forgot to feed him for 2 days?
No, it's just they're not there to watch them die or to kill them if they need to.
Oh, so they could have died on a
when
Saturday
does the
or
death
something.
get?
See, this is why we need
written down?
robots. This is why we need
Correct.
AI.
This is being solved. There's a really cool company called Olden Labs. I know the founder, and he's super awesome. And they're
Oh,
doing
really?
like computer vision and it's all roboticized. So that's
Cool.
happening. That's happening. But my point is, all the stuff you've seen until now is super messy,
BS,
super
yeah.
noisy, and that's in mice, which we perfectly control. We control their genes. We control their
Yeah.
living environment, the food we give them, like their socials, like what drugs we inject. Now try humans.
Have you read Brave New World?
Of course.
Yeah, this is exactly like that, but with mice.
Yes.
Kind of creeps me out.
Anyway, that was a long story about mice, but
Yeah.
I like that you enjoyed it.
No, yeah, I mean, so how did you, I mean, let's get back to the original question.
Yes.
But, because I need advice. This is really about me. But, I'm kidding. But how did you learn so much about mice? Did you read a book? You worked with this?
I was lucky to hang out with Caitlin and Aubrey at the Longevity Escape Velocity Foundation, who are running these experiments and hearing their stories.
Wow.
It's not like they're doing it themselves. Normally you have a subcontractor. There's a name for it, which right now escapes me, but there's a name for that. A CRO, a contract research organization.
Oh, CRM? Or no. CRO.
Contract research organization.
Okay, I see.
What do they do? Everything you don't have a lab for, or
Yeah,
the talent
mice
for,
stuff.
or the patients for.
Yeah.
So, but they have their methods, and their methods can be terrible. Like,
Yeah, I mean-
I saw their data, and there were these instances where somebody would measure the mouse, whatever it is they were measuring, put it in an Excel file. Okay, so far so good.
Yep.
And then take a photo of the screen and send it by WhatsApp. So that was the data, and then you had to like recover the actual
Oof.
data from
Oof.
stuff like that.
PhDs are decoding this. Have you seen this thing where it's like PhD, like all these like people go to PhDs for mathematics and then they just end up doing PDF parsing?
Yes.
That's what they're doing, like pictures of spreadsheet parsing.
Yeah. So anyway, that brings us back to the reality that most of what you've heard of it as like, wow, longevity intervention, we don't know that it works. And
But we have Brian Johnson, lab rat of one.
do you want to talk about Brian Johnson?
Yeah, let's do it.
Like, I don't want to shit on anything that he's doing, so I'll be measured and careful.
Yeah, he would not approve of my activities last weekend. Let me put it that way.
Okay, so with that having been said, So Brian is doing a wonderful job at sharing the great news that there is something you can do to
Yep.
not go gentle into that good night.
Yep.
That's his message. You know,
Yep,
don't
yep.
die. Do something. I think that's amazing and wonderful, and I love him for what he does. He's, the best communicator in this, the most effective at and when you say longevity, now people say, "Oh, that guy who looks like a vampire and got blood from his son," right?
Exactly.
Yeah?
Yes.
As opposed to, huh? Which
Yeah.
was the previous
with the beard guy, right?
reaction.
Yeah.
Well, if they knew Aubrey, that means they were already in
They're
longevity.
already
Because
in
Aubrey
it.
was never this big.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like a nerd's influencer, not
Yeah, not like a.
So Brian's for the normies. He appears in the normie press. He
Yeah, yeah.
appears all over the place. Like now
He was
he's
at
the
Fashion
face.
Week.
He's the face of it. Now, I mean, obviously this will benefit him personally, but it's also so far it's been really good for the movement that it brings a lot of attention, more people into it. It's actually giving people, motivation, encouragement, and maybe a path, like a way to follow these steps, right, to improve your lifestyle. And I've heard people like sleeping better after following his advice,
Yep.
being happier with the life. So he's doing a fantastic job. I love
Yep.
that, and I will, I have nothing negative to say about it.
Yep.
Having said this, in terms of his own results with extending his own lifespan potentially, or
Yeah.
health span, or staying healthier right now, I'm extremely skeptical that anything that he's doing is really making an effect that, right?
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example of the kind of stuff that you get from Brian Johnson. So one of his main biomarkers that he tries to optimize, or at least he was bragging about on TV or whatever. I mean, it gets headlines, so great, right? He picked the right one. It was his nighttime erections. Did you not know this? You react
I
like
thought
you
you were
didn't
gonna, I
know
thought you were
this.
going to say telomere length, but no.
Nope.
No,
That's a different person.
That's it,
there are
yeah.
others who talk about telomere
nighttime
lengths.
erection.
Nighttime
Yeah, he's a bit
erections.
of an attention whore, a little bit, right? Like, yeah,
It works.
It works. Yeah, it does work.
Again,
yeah.
nothing against it, but
Yeah.
So nighttime erections.
Yeah.
How do you measure your nighttime erections? Well, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Do you have somebody like constantly watching? You have a camera?
Kate,
Does somebody?
Kate.
Does somebody? Maybe that's something to do. No, there's a device.
Yeah.
There's a device that you wear on your parts that measures whether your parts
Wow.
got excited during the night.
So he constantly wears a cock ring?
But then I actually haven't looked. We could do this research now or later. Let's do it later.
Yeah.
But I don't know actually what it looks like. I haven't actually Googled it.
24/7
I should.
cock ring from
Right.
Brian Johnson.
But no, not 24/7, but like while you're sleeping, right? You need
only
to,
while
you need to wear it while you sleep.
8 hours a day.
And then if you put that together with this other fact that you go to the list of things that he takes, and you scroll and you scroll and you scroll, and there's a million medical drugs, all kinds of random substances and supplements. And cool, excellent. One of the things he takes, because it's good for cardiovascular disease, which was of course the initial clinical endpoint of this drug, is Viagra. It's not Viagra, it's actually Cialis, which is a longer lasting form of Viagra.
Okay.
Now, when you take these drugs, I heard from a friend, if you
Never done it. Never
if
needed.
you stimulate the parts,
Yeah.
you get a guaranteed erection mechanically. You
Yeah.
don't have to be aroused, be in any state, right?
I see.
So if you put 1 + 1 together, you get Brian
Anyway.
Johnson appearing in interviews saying, "I have the nighttime erections of an 18-year-old."
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's just like this is like in reinforcement learning when you like train the video game thing to like pass a checkpoint or whatever. It just goes around the checkpoint over and over and over and over again.
Yes,
Yeah, right. It's kind of like that, right?
It's like
that's his-
reward maxing.
Yeah, he's reward maxing. He's reward maxing his nighttime erections. Wow.
Which is, look, it's fair. I mean, whatever.
Fascinating.
It's again part of his outreach program, and he's doing great with that.
But I feel like
But basically, everything he says, take it with a little bit of like.
But I feel like his actual
Wait,
team.
I have more.
Okay.
I have more.
Okay. Go.
Get his PDF of his biomarkers.
Yep.
His the CRP, his fasting glucose, all these numbers, right? VO2 max, all of these things, right? He keeps saying, "I'm the healthiest person in the world. I'm the healthiest person in the world. Look at my biomarkers, which I publish, which are open. Anybody can look at them. It's there. I have the receipts. I have the data.
Yeah.
Cool. And indeed, they are there. Cool. And if you scroll and you scroll and you scroll, at the bottom somewhere, there's a tiny asterisk that says, best value of last 14 months.
Yep.
So if you test everything all the time, at some point, because everything is noisy as hell,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna get a low value or a high value, and then you're gonna say, that's the value, that's the value,
Oh,
and
I
that
see.
goes in your PDF.
I see, but
Does that make sense?
no, it makes sense. But like, I mean, are there not trend? I don't know. I haven't looked at the PDF. Are there not like trend lines in the PDF? Because you can see it, like, you know, you can see it.
I'll check.
Yeah. You can. I mean, yeah, the statistical,
Either way,
whatever. If
you
it
know,
goes
like,
up, yeah.
my point is,
Like if someone loses weight, like
take everything with a pinch of salt.
okay, so I agree with you in general. But my big issue is that like he doesn't seem to acknowledge the fact that like he's still just one person and like everyone's body is different. And so like even if whatever, like you would need to like I don't think cloning him or whatever, but you would need to have like run his protocol on 1,000 people.
If he was a mouse,
Let's clone him.
would make sure that's the DNA.
He probably wouldn't
and you
be
would
mad about
clone him, and then
Yeah. But still, like you would still need to run it. I think you would need to run it on 1,000 different people, and then see because then you get and then and then specifically choose the people for diversity like of different. You know, like you wouldn't want it to be all people from Scandinavia, for example, because they have like different genetics than like people from Australia or something. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, that's my big issue with his thing is that he assumes that
N
his
of one. It's an N of one.
N of
experiment.
one. Yeah, it's N of one.
The best documented, most thorough N of one experimenter, but
Yeah, main character energy for sure.
yep.
Cool. Okay, so we're about to switch over to the. Wow, we're already at almost an hour. We're good. We got a vibe going.
Considering like 5 minutes were spent on camera fixing, maybe.
No,
longer.
but normally, you know, some people, you know, it's hard to talk for an hour without interruption and keep the conversation going without noticing that it's been an hour.
I think
So,
both of us have this gift.
but yeah, we have the gift of gab. We got the gift of
Gab
gab.
gift. We can yap.
We got Yapper, Yap and Co. That's my that's
from
my
a
startup.
yapper to another.
But my one question that I really did want to get into is like, you got these 15 projects that you're working on. Like, how do you decide which one you're going to work on? How do you commit? I have commitment issues, my friend. How do I commit?
Oof, that I'm afraid yes, I'm in the same.
We're in the same boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I don't suffer from it because I'm always excited to work on something. So if I'm
Yeah.
not excited to work on project A, maybe B, C, or D, or F, will be the thing that excites me. So it's great. Like in that sense, I always feel I'm being productive because I always move something. You know, if this feels like too much right now, I move over to this other thing and I push it forward, right?
Okay.
And often like in the way that I work, particularly in like software development right now, it's so easy to just look for a moment. Even if you don't remember where you were, you just ask your agent, what was the last thing we were working on? How's that going?
Oh, that's a good tip.
Did you finish? Oh, you didn't.
Get
Finish
to
that.
work.
Get to,
Back to work.
yeah, whip it into action, and then switch to the other project that you were working on. You know?
Yeah.
So it's actually feasible to have this very short attention span supervision, right? That gives you a reward. Like it's valuable. Like the amount of energy and focus that you need to spend on that is tiny, and the reward is high. So it's it works that way. That's why I can juggle all these different things.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not 100% on any of them, which means nothing is pushing at the very max. But I think there's some sort of 80-20. You know, there's some optimal, more optimal point in terms of effort versus reward.
So what's your 80% project right now? Is it the
It's the two main ones: the video editor and the coding, the supervisor.
And then what do you do? Like Monday this one, Tuesday that one, or
No. I just had a fascinating conversation with somebody who wants to try the coding supervisor and is very excited about it. So now I want to work on that. Yesterday, I randomly sat down next to JJ, who's working on video editing.
Shout out JJ.
Yeah, so he does selection of clips for his customers to then do ads with them and blah, 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 blah. And he was trying to automate some of this pipeline himself. And I'm like, yeah, I'm working on that and I'm doing a more advanced version of what you were doing. Like, wow, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
So suddenly I'm excited to work on that so I can demo it to him so we can like see if we can
interesting. Cool.
find some use cases. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was good advice. So yeah, find a customer.
Yes, that's right.
If you're struggling, find a customer.
That's right. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Are we ready to switch over to talking
There's
about?
more. But wait, there is more.
Well, you sent me those pieces of content.
Oh, damn. Okay, yes,
Yeah,
let's go.
yeah. We can if you wanna. You only signed up for an hour. There's no pressure. We had a perfectly good conversation. Do you want to do the content?
I have time.
Okay, cool.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, do we need to get closer?
No, I just need to navigate. But first, a word from our sponsors. And that sponsor is me. I bought this. Why am I still buying my coffee, friends? Someone else should be buying this for me, and then you could put your name here. And I could be promoting your content instead of my Twitter, which I don't think I've gotten any Twitter followers from that, which is very disappointing. You guys follow me on Twitter. I'm very funny.
She's a very funny person.
I'm very funny. I am.
It says there. It must be true.
I have a lot of banger tweets, a lot of hot takes, and if more people follow me, I'll be more motivated
I'm following
to
you
tweet.
right now.
Do it. Follow me. Test BX33.
Test BX33.
Test BX33. Let's go.
Let's go.
Follow me. I'm funny. I deleted all my tweets where I was sucking up to Elon recently. Just because, he's problematic now.
Oh.
But,
we can also talk about that. Or not, because I might need a visa for the US at some point.
Yeah. Thankfully, I don't think any political party really wants him anymore. So
True.
He has no political power there. But anyways,
he's managed to burn all the
He's managed to burn every bridge. Wow. We didn't know it could be done. Somehow I think he'll win though for some reason. I don't know why. Okay.
You might still be right.
This is actually one of the things I was most excited to talk to you about. There was a couple in here. I read some of your things beforehand, but this one I'm pretty excited to talk to you about. So, a new study finds that certain patterns of AI use are driving cognitive fatigue, while others can help reduce burnout. What are these patterns? Like, why? I personally find that if I get like an AI brain, like I got a proposal sent to me the other day. It's like 7 pages long, and it's like all AI slop. And I'm like, okay, I have to go sort through this, read it, and then figure out the actually important things. And that's the kind of like AI usage that I'm like, this is not helping. So what do you think? Like, where is the AI slop versus the AI guap? AI slop versus
beautiful.
AI guap, right? That's pretty good, right?
That was wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, that's gonna be a tweet. Follow me.
I think it depends a bit by domain, but generally it's exactly what you just said. You were sent that, and I bet what you did is you fed this to AI and said summarize it.
No, I didn't, because I didn't, because I just feel like I need to keep the. I should have probably, right, but then it's like I don't trust it to get the important, because it's like a taste thing, right? So like I feel like AI is still not good at taste, right? And so I need to figure out like what does this person actually want? And I don't know if AI is there yet. So maybe it is. Maybe I should just be like, okay, summarize it, figure out what this person actually wants.
This is like many comics on the internet have this like two-pane thing of the first one is like, ha ha ha, I got AI to write the email for me, so I don't have to do it. And on the other side, the guy, ha ha ha, I got the AI to read the email for me, so I don't have to do it. So
yeah, that is a thing, right? Yeah.
It's exactly that. It's like, well, if the job market is broken. Nobody can find a job right now. And okay, there's the economy that's broken, so that's the real reason. But there's also a multiplier of that, which is the digital ways of finding work are over. Which was you applied, you went through some selection process, remote, had a call, maybe went on site, all of that stuff, completely over. Number one, everybody is like flooding all the available jobs with AI-generated CVs.
Yes.
That makes it impossible for the recruiter to screen them.
Yep.
Your problem.
Yep.
So what do? They use AI to screen the CVs.
Yes.
Also,
or they
themselves start using Slop to advertise non-existent positions because they are doing data mining. They want to see who applies, how much they want, what their CVs look like.
Yeah.
So you know how there's these tweets that you see? One was the one that I sent you about how we're at the... so there have been 3 times in history that
perfect segue.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That the delta on tech employment in the US, this is specifically tech, specifically US, right? But that the number of jobs from one year to the next was a negative growth,
this amount,
right?
yeah.
3 times in history, right? So one was the dot-com bubble, very clear in that graph. I don't know if the graph is being shown. Is that?
Right here.
I'm not sure. No, but it's being shown on
yeah.
It is? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. So one is the dot-com thing.
Yep.
The other one, the next one is the...
this one?
No.
This one?
Yes, that the great financial crisis.
This is...
Opa. Yeah, perfect.
It's a bit smaller, but yeah.
Yes. So First
This
one,
one's a big
.com.
one. This one's
And the last one, where we are right now, this
Yeah.
is today, this is now, this is what I call the AI apocalypse, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And so only 3 times in history we've seen tech jobs decreasing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, will this just last forever? Is it a temporary adjustment? Like, I don't know, but it's definitely there.
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, you see these other tweets that I didn't send you one of, but you will
Mm.
see these other guys going like, oh, number of positions opening for software engineers that it's highest ever. I don't know
Yeah,
what
I've
people
seen
are
this
talking
on Twitter
about.
as
Blah,
well,
blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, blah. Yeah. Number of positions advertised, but number of actual jobs is down.
Mm.
You advertise many positions, they don't exist.
Oh, why do they do?
It's a higher and higher percentage of jobs that are being advertised that are not real jobs. So just like
so just so they can have a bigger top of funnel, basically.
it's again to get data. It's data mining.
Oh, it's data mining.
Because I will apply to your job and I'll send you my CV and my experience and
Oh,
my
and
previous
then they go sell
salary
it to
expectation.
Palantir.
Well, they maybe, but also they get a feel for what the market looks like, and they get to show it to their boss and see, look, people are expecting this much. We're paying our employees less. We're doing well.
Give me more money.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
okay.
are below
I see.
market. Yeah, you know. So
Wow.
that's the reality, right? And so AI in, AI out, you know, garbage in, garbage out seems to be the only way right now, which is terrible, right? And so
Yeah.
it leads you to stop trusting the digital channels, to stop using them,
Yeah.
engaging, right?
I'm
So
waiting for the
ultimately-
internet to die because everyone's like dead internet theory, dead internet theory. I'm like, when will I not have to be on my phone?
Ah,
Because that's what I would like, right? That's what I would like for the AI.
could you not do it today?
Well, I mean, if I want to do any, I like.
But this is 1 hour and a half that you do it once.
Oh,
a
I mean,
week.
so I did 3 months off social media, like in September. I deleted them. I mean, I didn't delete the accounts. I just deleted off my phone. I didn't go on.
How was it?
It was amazing. I meditated. I had like the deepest meditations of my life. Are you familiar with jhana meditation? It's like this type of meditation where you can like get to these psychedelic states without, drugs or
Nice.
whatever. And I got to the second jhana, whatever. There's like 8 of them. I got to the second one.
How many flying elephants?
No hallucinations, but it's just this feeling of ecstasy. You get like the feeling, like almost feel like you're on MDMA. Not that I've ever done that, but
From a friend.
from what I've heard. So yeah, and you feel that like without having to actually take it, and it lasted. And then like because you have it naturally, you can kind of call upon it without, like you can kind of call upon that feeling without like at any point in your life. And so like if you're feeling sad or whatever, you can just kind of meditate and then you can kind of like get energy naturally. And so yeah, I did that, and then I started traveling because I was back home. I was back in my hometown. I'm like, I'm not gonna meet anyone in my hometown that I'm gonna want to connect with that I don't have their phone number. You know what I mean? So I didn't, and then I started traveling, and I'm here, and that's how you connect with people is over the most we have to use the most addictive digital platform basically ever created, proven in court that they made it addictive on purpose, and in order to connect with just random people. And it's, yeah, and I don't like it because it's like I spend way more time on my phone than I would like, and I don't like the fact that everyone feels like they have to constantly document themselves. And then my one friend, he said like, he's like really into security. He's like a big security guy. And he said, they always predicted that there would be mass surveillance. They just didn't predict that we would be doing it to ourselves.
To ourselves.
So,
That's so good, yeah.
anyways, yeah, I don't know what to make of this graph, but I do hope
It was just like
Yeah.
going back to the garbage in, garbage out thing,
Yeah,
and how
yeah.
this is actually real data versus internet slop. That was the only point I was trying to make there.
Yeah.
And you were asking like, how do you deal with that? I'm saying just use the AI. Use the AI to work for you as much as you can.
As
And
much
if
as you
they,
can.
If they send you slop,
Send
use
them
a
slop back.
de-slopifier
De-slopify it.
and then slop back. Yes.
turn that slop into guap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start saying that.
You should launch that product. That
Slop
would be
into
a thing.
guap, slopintoguap.com. I feel like that'd be pretty fast. I can launch that in a day because it's just a web app.
Boom.
Boom. You heard it
This
here
is
first.
you launch at the speed of thought.
Yeah,
nowadays.
exactly.
Let's go.
It's true. Maybe this week and maybe tomorrow. I'll take
Right.
my ADHD meds and I'll launch it up. Okay. Here we go. Why ATMs didn't kill bank teller jobs, but the iPhone did. There's a lot more to replacing labor than just automating tasks.
Yes. So I love this article. If you have the time to read it,
I
you
will.
really enjoy
I did not
it.
read
It's
it.
really well written. So why is it relevant? Because several people. So he quotes J.D. Vance there, great
Right here?
random person to quote. But it was also quoted this idea that the ATM didn't kill the job of a bank teller, but instead they increased, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
This has been quoted and requoted a lot. You've heard Eric Schmidt say this. You've heard Andrei Karpathy recently in an interview. I can't remember. Was he again on Dorkesh? Don't remember. Some big podcast, something known. He appeared again. And he made this claim again. It's like, oh, no, there'll be more jobs, just like the ATM didn't kill the bank teller job.
Yeah, yep.
So the very summarized summary of that article could go like, well, it didn't kill the job itself because the job evolved. So the job used to be just deal with, okay, I identify you as you.
Yep.
I check your bank account that it has funds.
Yep.
I deal with your request. I hand you the money. I
Yep.
sign the papers. I keep track of the transaction. And you fuck off, and then the next guy comes.
Yeah.
Right? Well, that takes 2 minutes.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the ATM took 30 seconds. Even the early ones, even the
Yep.
shitty ones.
Yep.
Right? And so why didn't they fire bank tellers, but instead they increased a lot? Because it freed the bank teller from having to do that job, and they became salespeople. They started working on relationship banking. They started working on like, let's talk about your pension, let's talk about
And
investments.
then the 2008 financial crisis happened.
Correct. But something else happened in 2007.
Yeah.
The iPhone.
Yep.
The real thing that killed the bank teller job was the iPhone, and was the lack of a need for bank branches in the first place. That's what the article says. That
Okay, I
the
see.
real
Interesting.
disruption won't come from automating an existing job.
Yep.
Well, as long as you can again move up the value chain.
Yep.
That's what they did. Instead of doing the thing, they moved up to like relationship building
Yep.
and sales and right?
Yep.
So as long as you can do that, good. So if you're a software engineer, you stop writing code and
Yep.
you go to, I'm going to consult, advise,
Yep.
sell. Sure. Yeah.
Totally.
Perfect. Keep
Keep it
going
up.
up.
Yeah.
Right? But will it be the same for all professions? We'll see.
Yeah.
And then what it says is like the real disruptor will be when instead of taking a job in a corporate job that exists, that has a current description, that has a current brief of what you do, your role, your relationship to the rest of the organization, all of that. Instead of taking that and trying to automate it, the real disruptor will be when we get rid of the whole corporate structure with humans and we automate from scratch. We redesign what a company is, the AI company. And I agree that's going to be the actual real disruptor.
Yeah.
Because everything I've experienced myself and I hear from my friends in corporates, in government, and not-for-profits, and like whatever, any person who works in an organization
Yeah.
that is large enough that it requires all of this like corporate culture, record keeping all the time, has all these departments and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Absolute nightmare, dysfunction, wasted lives.
Oh.
Nothing ever gets done.
Oh, yes, when there's too many. Yeah, I mean, it's the Mythical Man Month. Have you heard? Yes.
The Mythical Man Month.
Yeah, yes,
Exactly. Yeah, so he talks about that as well. So
Okay.
as an example of that, right? So a friend of mine, I will not mention the friend of the company, but he works at a large utility supplier in the United Kingdom, and this utility supplier is a private company, but is the only supplier. So
Yeah.
it's a de facto monopoly.
Okay.
Because of that, it is regulated by law on
Yeah.
the things that it has to provide, and it is fined regularly for not doing so,
Yep.
and then stuff like that. Anyway, inside that company, which is a private company that acts as a state monopoly,
Yep.
nothing gets done. So his department, which is the one of like innovation or something, they try to improve things. They're trying to get something done. Now, to get it done, you need approval, whatever. Okay, that
Yep.
has been done. He moved through the ranks. Everything was done. There's budget assigned to it. Okay, we're going to do this project. Here's the money. We have it. We're going to spend it. We're going to do this. Approved, signed off, check. Okay, now that went up, and then it has to go down into another department
Yep.
where there is one person, the only person who knows how to use SAP or has the privileges to do so,
Yep.
to put that
That's
in
called
the
job
database.
security. Yeah.
And she hates the head of department of my friend's side of the company, and so she refuses to do it. So it's not done.
Have you read
because the one person that can put the entry in the database is not putting the entry in the database, and that is stopping everything else.
I mean, this is like bullshit jobs too. It's like bullshit jobs, Mythical Man Month. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you're just saying that this is like when this all gets become agent, when this whole process becomes agentified.
When you get rid of all humans, not get rid of one person's job, get rid of the whole human organization.
Even the CEO.
Yes.
CEO. So the robots
CEO
are gonna,
becomes the chief luminary.
So,
The head
but
of
there's gonna-
moonshots.
the head of moonshots. They're going to be like the face, right? You know, people. I feel like it's the same reason why like esports has never become as big as
Sports.
like real sports. It's like humans like to watch other humans do shit. So like, you know what I mean? Like I like to.
I think it's
I don't
just
like to
the
watch them enter stuff into a database.
I just think
but-
buff people in shorts are more relatable than nerdy, scrawny guys at a laptop with like big headphones.
Oh yeah, no, the nerds are done. Yeah, the nerds are done.
Nah, the nerds have taken over the world. We already have.
Yeah. But I mean, but sure, the small nerds, the old nerds are. Yeah, we'll keep those ones around.
Good.
But
yes,
yeah, the
that's
small.
Us. That's us. Well
Well,
done.
yeah, we got grandfathered in.
Yes.
But the small
Here we
nerds,
go,
they're done.
grandfathered
Yeah.
in.
They better all
Beautiful.
get plastic Botox, plastic surgery, lip injections. Even the dudes, you know, like even the dudes nowadays, they're all clavicular. You know, they all have to become hot now. Even the like clavicular would have been like
Who's
a.
that? Sorry.
You don't know look maxing. You don't know clavicular.
I'm sorry.
What,
I
have you lived under
apologize
a rock
for
for
my
the past-
ignorance of.
You don't know clavicular.
Yeah, I know the
Oh,
bone.
that's
I know the
clavicular.
joints. Yes, the joint
This
in the
guy.
body. I'm aware of.
What? Stop
That's still the
clavicular.
joint.
This
That
guy. You don't know clavicular?
Oh, all right. And so he's doing what?
He's injecting peptides into his face.
Oh.
Literally.
Okay. Does
Yeah,
he have
he's
like
al-
a before and after? And before he was really like not handsome, and now he is.
Let's see, I've never seen him before and after.
Yeah, I suspect.
Whoa.
Nah, that's
No way that's the same guy.
Nah, that's not.
No, that's him.
Well, different
Well, that's-
camera.
that's
Nah.
AI.
So first of all, yeah, that's AI. But second is like if you take the first photo with a particular lens, you know, you can make anybody look.
Ah,
that way.
apparently that's what he used to look like.
But again, that's
See,
the lens.
he
But
should be,
look at
he
the
should be contributing to Linux on GitHub. This is what that guy should be
Look,
doing.
so this is the same thing with your phone. If you take your phone that has 3 cameras, right?
Yeah.
And you use the really wide angle one, right? And you put it close to your face, you're gonna look that way. But if you take the telephoto and then
look,
you go like
no, he has acne. He has
30
I mean,
meters away,
He's on.
no,
He talks
this
about
is,
he's on
this is a
Modoxatal.
camera artifact. This is not
Yeah, we're on
real.
air. We're live. We're using your mic, by the way. This is Sam. Oh, do you want to show your party today?
Hello.
Show your party.
Party shilling?
Yeah,
Size
yeah.
now.
7:30.
Get in here. Get in here.
Where are we?
7:30. You're gonna have the best DJs, well and test best mixology on NS Malaysia, entire world. Come over 7:30.
7:30.
7:30 for
Mafia room.
beginners.
Got it.
8 o'clock for advanced people.
Yeah.
See you.
See you. See you there. Be there. Be square. Yeah.
You're gonna play tonight, right?
maybe. Because I'm playing on Sunday.
How about counting on you tonight? You play a little bit.
Okay.
I told, I'll make sure to get you tipsy enough to play.
Up.
Okay. Valid.
Tipsy on
Doesn't
all
take
of
much.
that.
Doesn't take much.
On all of that cold brew, yes.
Okay.
Maybe there is a bit of whiskey in it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm drunk on how good this conversation is, huh?
Likewise. So I'm telling you that's a camera thing, okay? So like the
Whatever. Like
distortion of the
you
face.
can
that's
go
the
through
camera.
his drug stack. He takes like
Yeah.
he takes minoxidil, and he's like 20.
But that's for the
He's
makes
20.
sense. Well, but people
what I'm saying
do lose their hair.
Yeah, but I'm
early.
saying he would have been like if he wasn't like into looks maxing, he would be some nerd contributing to a GitHub repo somewhere. But now that's what I'm saying. Like there's no more nerd. The young nerds are done. There's no which. Don't you feel bad about that? You can't. Who are you going to mentor? Who are you going to mentor? The young nerds. They're done. We're sad about that. I like mentoring.
I'm sorry for
Speaking
your
of
loss.
becoming hot,
Yes. All right. Let's go.
myostatin
Cool.
inhibitors will be bigger than GLP-1s.
Yep.
And
So now
yeah,
we
I
can
read
move
this.
from
It's interesting.
jobs and AI and meaning to longevity, if you want.
This one.
That's a real kid.
That's a real
apparently.
dude, not
Yeah.
AI generated.
Apparently,
actually.
it's a real child.
So these
It's a
are
fucking child.
this is an this. So GLP-1s make you lose fat. This one makes you grow muscle, right? So the combined stack of them is
Yep.
the thing that's gonna cure everyone from every disease.
I actually have the feeling that we'll end up more on the muscle growing than the fat losing in terms of like what we take, you know, like as a normal thing.
Yeah, because muscle is way like it's. I was reading this article. Muscle is more important than not having fat.
Yep.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's like the more muscle you have, the less fat you tend to then have because it's
Yes.
a regulatory pathway. It's complex, but basically your muscles are glands. They secrete regulatory molecules, whatever, proteins,
Yeah.
peptides, They go into your blood and go to lots of places and activate and upregulate and downregulate lots of pathways and lots of cells, lots of tissues, and stuff happens. So just exercising your muscles will actually regulate your blood glucose,
Yep.
irrespective of how much glucose you're burning. It's
So
nothing
do you
do
have
with
to
it.
work out if you take this, or can you just do you just gain the muscle passively?
You know gorillas and chimpanzees?
Yeah.
You know how they're buff?
Yeah.
Did you ever see any of them lift any weights?
That's good point.
Yeah. So they do not have the evolutionary adaptation that humans evolved, which allows us to shed muscle.
Oh, I see.
Muscle is very expensive to keep.
Yeah.
We evolved to get rid of it so that the
We can eat
few
less.
calories, no,
Yes.
the few calories we could get. The normal state of humans in the wild is constant hunger,
Yes.
right? And so we live in a weird universe where we're just being fed all the time, and we
Yeah.
have these like weird problems of like, oh, can't regulate my glucose because I'm eating too much.
Yes.
This never happened before,
Before,
like,
like-
a few hundred years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah,
right?
like,
Or
not even less than-
that,
yeah,
even
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Well, the kings experienced that, like the
Yeah,
nobles.
yeah,
There,
yeah,
there was always somebody who had
But
too
it
much
was a
food.
rich people problem.
There was a very few people.
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So this I think is going to be huge, and I'm very excited about it. A friend of mine is working on a super cool company that works on that. I'm actually going to tell you a little story about that. If
Oh,
you,
do it,
if
do
you
it.
want
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay. So
Story
first of all,
time.
this article it's super cool. Like it goes in depth about all the
So yeah.
amazing things that it will bring us and how you can combine it with GLP-1s for like better weight loss and better like looks maxing if you want.
More clavicular vibes.
Yes, but for me, I just want to build the muscle and keep it. Why?
Yeah.
Because as you age, and we are both aging.
Everyone
it's-
is, turns
yeah.
out.
Hey everyone.
Did
Sorry.
you know?
The news. So as you age, you lose muscle.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a natural. You can see the curves, right? And you can build it, and then you will lose it.
Yep.
And of course, the more you've built, you start from higher up to lose.
Yep.
Right. If you didn't build anything, you will lose from lower, and so
Yep.
you'll end up disabled. And so you see like old men, like I don't know why I think man instead of woman, but like an old man trying to get
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
chair
Well,
like this.
women are generally stay healthier for longer.
Yes,
Yeah,
funnily
yeah,
enough, that's
yeah.
true. Anyway, but
But
yeah,
anyways,
like,
yeah.
imagine like your grandpa trying to get off the chair. I don't know how healthy your grandpa was. Mine was super.
Well,
healthy,
mine was
actually.
super fat.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Anyways.
So, anyway, so you know
Yeah.
that like shake, and
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember Biden and how he
Oh,
walked?
yes.
I actually saw him live.
Oh,
Fun
really?
story. Yeah. Anyway, I gave a talk. Anyway, that's. Can you? Is
Sorry,
this,
sorry.
No, but is the camera on? Because I want to demonstrate
Yeah.
the walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yep, perfect.
Go off.
Well, it doesn't matter. My feet are not in the camera. But yeah, you know how you shuffle feet, right?
Yeah, shuffle feet, shuffle
You're
feet.
like shuffle. That's because you're insecure, uncertain about your balance and your ability to, not fall, right?
Yes.
And that's mostly out of a lack of power.
Sorry,
Right?
hold on a
Your
second.
muscles don't have the power. You don't have the muscles. See what I mean?
Hold on. Let me just make sure we're actually live.
We are, yes.
No.
No?
No.
No?
I started streaming, but we didn't go live.
Oh,
We have-
so we've been having this for ourselves. That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah,
But you're
well-
gonna post it later. and
Yeah,
just
we'll have
share
the
it.
we'll have the recording. We'll have the recording.
Yeah, then you can cut out the whole mic thing and
Yeah,
maybe the ums and the ahs.
Nah, we'll just
Maybe
I'll
do
just
some editing, 3 days. Or
nah,
so.
no editing. I'll just upload the full video. But anyways, continue on.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
so you know how people like shuffle.
Yeah.
So that's really bad, and it correlates with all kinds of bad things.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? If you cannot move, you're not able to do things. You move less. If you move less, it actually compounds how
Yep.
little you move. You
Yep.
know what I mean? So this would be amazing for old age. However, trying to get a trial approved,
Yes.
getting the money,
Yes.
waiting the years you need to wait,
Yeah.
la.
Yeah.
So much fucking trouble and so much money and so much time. So my friend, Matt, he has a wonderful plan to get around that.
Yep.
And the plan is looks maxing. You know how actually doing like a proper, intervention trial, blah blah blah,
Yep.
is, has to be approved and regulated.
Yep.
Elective cosmetic surgery is
Mm.
a completely different story in terms of approval paths.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you're healthy, but you want to get fat taken out of here and inject it into your butt. Have you heard of
We
butt
can do
lifts?
that. We can do that. BBL.
You've heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cardi B has one.
So the people are doing that, which is super risky.
Yes.
It's like an extremely risky procedure. You can get like blood clots, and you can get fat going to your heart and your
I've heard of
lungs.
that,
and
yeah.
people have died of that.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
say
yeah.
they can sever some like whatever blood vessel. Like
Yeah.
it's risky,
Yeah, it's a big deal.
and yet women do it.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I mean, that's a whole different
So that's one.
conversation. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then-
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, and the other one is, well, you want muscles, right?
Yeah.
You want to grow muscles, and people inject testosterone
Yep.
analogs, which make you lose your hair, your balls will shrink,
Yep.
you will go, like you'll need Viagra.
Your
from
voice
that
will get a
point
little
on.
higher.
And some people actually grow mammalian glands.
Yep.
I don't know if you've seen this in bodybuilders.
Yes, I have. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Did you see the videos where they squeeze and it squirts?
Ew, no, I haven't. No.
It's
no,
amazing to see this guy go quick.
No. Ew. I guess anything for the gains, I guess, right?
All for the gains.
All for the gains.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so people do this, but as you see, there are lots
Yeah.
of side effects. Oh, but not only that, your heart also tends to grow, or
Yeah.
it can give you all kinds of heart problems.
Yeah.
It's not healthy.
Yep.
It might make you max your looks, but it's not healthy.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
a good
yeah.
thing to do. So there is a pathway, and this is what this article is talking about.
Yep.
This is the follistatin myostatin pathway that regulates how much muscle you destroy or keep. So follistatin is produced by your muscles exercising and a
Yep.
bunch of other places. I think your kidneys maybe make a bit of it. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's made in a bunch of places, but mostly your muscles exercising
Yep.
generate it. I think it diffuses mostly inside the tissue, but again,
Yeah.
not super 100% sure about that one. But basically, it goes into the muscle and says, "Don't die."
Yes. Don't die.
It down-regulates or blocks somehow the myostatin pathway, which is what this article is talking about.
Cool.
It's talking about blocking myostatin.
Yep.
The other one is increasing follistatin, which by itself blocks myostatin
Yep.
without any sort of like artificial monoclonal antibody, whatever they're using.
Yes.
Right? So the big advantage here, the big invention that Matt is working on is the delivery method.
Oh, cool.
If you could deliver genetic payloads with perfect accuracy
Yep.
into every tissue type in your body,
Yep.
we could solve so many conditions and diseases.
Yes.
So he started there, and his company has made this hybrid of a lipid nanoparticle. Think the vaccines of COVID.
Yeah.
You remember Moderna, remember
Yes.
AstraZeneca?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Remember those two?
Yep.
So AstraZeneca, if I am not wrong, was using what's called an adeno-associated virus. It's a viral capsid with the things inside it, whatever. And Moderna and Pfizer were using lipid nanoparticles,
Yep.
which are a different type of capsid that's not a viral one. I don't know how they make them, but
Yep.
they're a different thing. Well, his company has made a hybrid of these two
Yep.
with just the right bits of the right viruses. There's a Nile virus that only infects crocodiles, and they
Yeah.
found some particular thing in that and took that. So it's like Lego pieces.
Yes.
So they created this thing that can go to, in principle, very specific tissues. Like
Okay.
it's like a virus that will only infect that particular type of muscle.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So the idea is they're going to put a bunch of genes that will make your fat cells commit suicide, and a bunch of genes that will make
Unalive. They're unalive.
unalive. Sorry for anybody watching. And wait, unal one.
Exclamation point VE.
Yes, that one.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
And then a bunch of other instructions that will make your tissue make follistatin.
Yeah, yeah.
Different injections, two separate injections.
Yep.
One goes in here, so you can sculpt your six-pack
Yes.
by directly. It's like a liposuction without the liposuction.
Yes.
You can directly go in there and kill, like,
Kill the fat, make the muscle bigger.
tell the fat to kill itself.
Yeah, yeah.
They've done this in a pig. They've made a pig slim by injecting it with this,
Don't do that to that poor pig.
And the pig just kind of peed all its fat, and that was it. Like, it's
It
just like,
peed out the fat.
yeah. So the cells die, and then you excrete the fat, and everything's fine. Anyway, so they're in trials now, or they're trying to get into human.
And so
trials.
you know this guy. That's
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
It's
cool.
like a big company. It's like a big deal, but like
Cool.
we've been meeting at conferences and stuff. Like Matt Schultz. Hey,
Matt Schultz.
Uh,
We're live now, actually. So yeah.
absolutely incredible guy. Hey,
Cool.
Matt. So anyway, this is fucking awesome, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be able to do what you want, which is get rid of this fat.
Yes.
Ideally, even visceral fat. That's the dream. The dream is
Whoa.
isolate so that only visceral fat cells die, not the other ones, for
Yep.
example. You know, very targeted. And the other one is, oh, you want a butt lift? And your muscle grows. Not extra fat.
Not the fat, because you don't
but
want a big ass. You don't want a
muscle.
big muscle. Like, yeah.
You want to grow your glutes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you want.
I never had the BBLs because I'm like, you can just get that. Like, it's hard to get bigger boobs. You know what I mean? But you can get big.
That has been sold for many years.
Yeah. But you got to put. Anyways. I'm like, just go to the gym.
A friend told you about this.
A friend. No. I don't have a boob job, but maybe one day.
Anyway.
Okay. Do we want to go into this next one? I think this is the last one.
Okay, then.
Hey, you followed me.
Of course I did.
Shout out to me. First follow. Okay. Last one. AI scans 400 Reddit posts to flag overlooks GLP-1s. Yeah, I did GLP-1s. A bunch of my hair fell out. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think it was like an iron issue. That's why I'm getting
Wow.
an iron thing. But anyways, yeah. So what's the TLDR of this study?
I did tirzepatide. Which one did you say? Semaglutide?
I was on semaglutide, but now I'm on Retta, and I'm retatrutide.
Oh, but that's not been
Allegedly.
approved. Allegedly, a friend is on retatrutide.
Yeah.
So you know that's in phase 3, right? It hasn't even.
I know. But you lose like a lot of weight.
Oh, it works.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And no hair falls out.
I don't know. I haven't had. So my hair fell out because of TE, tephalum ephyllite. The TE, not the other one. There's one that is caused by hormones, and then there's another one that's caused by the stress. And I think it's because I'm very sensitive to these GLP drugs in general. So like even Retta, if you go on it, many people it takes 2 to 3 weeks for them to feel the effects. I felt it in like 2 days. And so with semaglutide, I was on the lowest dose of Wegovy, 0.25 milligrams pen. So I was like paying out the ass for it because I just wanted to do the appropriate like official way. And I immediately lost my entire appetite. I'm like, why? I can eat like 400 calories a day. Why would I not? So I lost a bunch of weight like really quickly.
Because you simply stopped eating.
I just basically just stopped eating because I didn't need to eat.
I was forcing myself to eat.
I had to force myself, and I didn't realize. I was like, why would I not just like force? So now I'm tracking everything They don't tell you that. You still have to eat like 1,200 calories, 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories a day. So now I'm tracking everything I eat. I make sure I get at least 1,000, if not 1,200 calories per day. And then so I think I lost a bunch of hair because I didn't have enough protein and iron. So now I'm getting an iron infusion, and so.
Interesting, fascinating.
Yeah.
Well, so I
That's my
tried tirzepatide, which is in between Sema and Retta.
Yeah. It's the 2, GLP-2.
That's not a thing.
GLP-3.
It's not a thing. So glucagon-like peptide 1 is a fucking random name they came up with to name this molecule.
The 2 is the.
Yeah, people have started making it like Terminator 2 and
Yeah.
That's not at all.
Because it's 3 mechanisms of action in the Retta, and there's 2 mechanisms of action in the tirzepatide.
I guess in that way it makes some sort of intuitive sense, but it has nothing to do with the original name of it.
Sure.
First of all, none of these are GLP-1. These are all GLP-1 agonists.
Yeah.
So GLP-1 has a particular shape. These are not GLP-1.
Oh, I see.
These look like GLP-1 to the right receptor in the cell.
Oh, I see.
But they also have a bunch of other stuff. Like it's actually much bigger molecules.
Yeah.
Because they need to survive. Don't close. Please. Thank you.
We're live. You want to say hi?
Survive your blood chopping them up.
Oh.
So GLP-1 has a half-life in your blood of less than half an hour. It's an immediate signal. It's like you've had enough to eat, stop eating.
Yes.
It's not like always feel that you've had enough to eat and never eat.
Yeah.
So to keep that signal alive, you have to avoid the mechanisms that dampen the signal. And those mechanisms are physical things. There's enzymes that go around and cut these things up, right?
Yes.
Right. So there's a rate at which it's generated and then decomposed.
Yep.
Well, GLP-1s decompose at such a slow rate.
Yeah, they have that they added the stability protein or amino acid on it.
All these like lipid chains. It basically looks like something else. It's hard for the things to get hold of. It's like a.
I've heard that like you go on. I've heard this is just word of mouth, but I heard somebody went on Reddit for 3 months. And they still feel the effects. It's been like 6 months later because they haven't taken it. They haven't taken it in 3 months. But
I did tirzepatide for 2 months. 6 weeks later, I still wasn't hungry.
Yeah.
But then it came back.
But then it does come back. Yeah, it comes back.
Immediate,
It comes back pretty fast. Yeah, it comes back hard.
Food, not only food, but gambling and drugs.
Oh yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
That was a joke, but alcohol though. So
Alcohol, yeah.
did you feel the lack
So
of desire to drink?
it's really funny because I have there are two parts of drinking for me. One of them is just like that impulse where you're like, oh, I like feel stressed or whatever. Like that's gone. I don't feel that at all anymore. Like I don't feel
Your life is awesome.
well because I'm on the whatever yeah that as well. That not even the stress, but it's like that feeling of like you drink, you have that you know like
No, I don't.
there's this funny comedian and he has this like it's sort of shaped like a pep talk, but it's really about drinking. It's like kind of getting you motivated to drink. It's like there's nothing like that first sip of alcohol. It's like he's like I'll never quit drinking. It's like that first like that that feeling you get when you first drink, like that's done. Like I don't feel that anymore, but I still have that social desire to like feel like I'm like part of like like I'm drinking with other people, like other people are drinking, and like that feeling you get when you're like you like clink a glass of wine with someone else. You're like,
so the
we
ritual
love it.
stuff.
The ritual stuff is still there, and
you
I
can still do it with like alcohol free or low.
and then
stuff.
once I'm drunk, it's GG. Like it's like game up. It's GG. Once I'm already drunk, the red is not gonna pull me out of it.
Interesting.
But
anyway, so back to I don't know what we're talking about.
so what is this
Oh
last
yeah,
article?
side effects. So this was, I guess it would have fit better a little bit earlier in our conversation when we were talking about how all this stuff that you think you know is not actually correct.
Yes.
Like we're talking about the mice a lot. We're talking about Brian Johnson. Results being N of 1, and also you could challenge them on all kinds of grounds,
totally,
right? It's the same thing with approved drugs. So on the one hand, you have the fact that bringing a new small molecule, well, actually any sort of intervention, medical intervention to market is now so insanely hard.
Yep.
You can listen to Balaji talk about this actually.
Oh yeah.
It's insane. It's just unreal. It doesn't make any sense. It defies belief that we've made it so hard to innovate, to try new stuff.
Yep.
Hard and expensive and slow and
That's
prone
what
to
Prospera's
failure.
for, right?
That was the idea of Prospera. Well, Vitalia specifically,
Yeah.
which was let's accelerate this process. Let's make it easier to go from kind of like controlled clinical trials to open to anyone. You can get it if you want, kind of thing, right? Which I'm 100% with. I support it, hands down. Oh, but like, what about safety and health? And I'm like, dude, I can smoke, but I can't try the new like medical drug.
Yeah, that's true.
I can jump off a bridge with
You
a
can
parachute,
drink alcohol. Yeah, exactly.
whatever,
Yeah.
and that's okay. I can go skiing. You know how many people die skiing?
Skiing
and
is
break
like
everything?
so contrived.
I can drive a motorbike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all these things are extremely dangerous. We know they're bad for you. There are alternatives to doing them, and yet not only are they legal, they make money. They're big industries, like whatever. Why can I not take a drug under my own? How shall I say?
Volition, right?
Yeah, but like if I am informed well, like I can prove that. I can fucking research it. I can study the materials, and I can prove to you they actually understand as much as I can, given that I'm not a researcher. But those guys who do regulation usually aren't that close to the thing either. I can prove to you that I understand well enough what's going on.
Yep.
Sign off on it as my own, okay, pass the test,
Yeah.
sign off on it.
I mean, it's
I'll
the
take it.
bureaucracy of post-World War II era, right?
Right.
Yeah,
And we can get deep into like that, like personal agency and stuff versus.
Yeah.
So, where were we? So on the one hand, you have that, which is bad. But on the other hand, because of that, partly also because of greed and because corporates, you have pharma trying to dodge these trials as much as they can. They just need to get it approved and sold. And like when you look at the budget of pharma, it's insane that more than 2/3 of the budget of like big pharma doesn't go to research or anything to do with science or
marketing,
sales. Salesforce paying for like taking doctors to conferences, to dinners, putting up fake conferences of their own like cherry-picked experts, what I mean? All of this stuff is where the money goes. Sales. Distribution. Like the actual research, I don't know if it's 5%. Like it's a really, really
That
small.
just depresses me so much.
I know, right? So anyway, so back to the situation. So then you have all these medical drugs that get approved, but often come with all of these extra side effects that they were either lucky or skillful in avoiding in the trials. One example. Now, I'm huge fan of vaccines.
Yeah.
But being honest, the COVID vaccines,
Yep.
of course, they had some side effects.
Of course.
It's normal.
Yeah.
Any sort of intervention will, right? But now you have the screaming, massive idiots.
Yeah.
They're like, ah, right?
Well, now we have measles.
And now then you have to like, yeah, exactly. Now you have to be all like,
Yeah.
like on the other side. But if you try to find like the equilibrium, the point of, the reason,
the
and
common
stuff,
sense, like,
you have
yeah.
to say, look, yes, they had side effects. Of course they did. On average,
Yep.
population health, that was an obvious intervention to
Yep,
make. And
yeah,
it was correct, and it was good, and it was healthy. That said,
Yeah.
yes, it affected your period timing.
Yeah.
Is that in the little small print?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
they didn't test for that.
Well,
But
yeah.
if you go anywhere and you ask, you will get people telling you that. This is exactly what they're talking about. Like the GLP-1s affect
Yeah.
like your periods.
definitely do. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's all sorts of effects that
Yes.
we now can find in reported, patient reports.
Yeah.
And I've seen this happen. It's happened to myself. I've heard it from friends. You go to the doctor and you say, "Oh, I've had this," and it started after I started taking that.
Yep.
And the doctor says, "No, cannot be that," because I look
I
at the
hate that.
because
I
I look
hate
at the
when they do
small
that.
print.
Yeah.
No, does not say that.
Impossible, unrelated.
Impossible. You're imagining it.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's in your thoughts. It's like blah, blah, blah. And often it is. That's the problem. Like, often people do imagine their
I
symptoms.
don't know, it's like
right?
when you're, like,
But then if you
furious,
just
like-
if you start aggregating the data, and that's what this is doing, right? If you
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
start looking at numbers and enough people reporting it,
Yeah.
actually there's signal in there. It's not one person with like one case.
N of one like Brian Johnson.
Huh?
N of one like Brian
It's
Johnson.
not an N of one, right? It's
Yeah, yeah.
actually you can find this effect in the population.
Yep.
And we should do it. We
Yeah.
should look for it. We should find it. We should extract it.
Yeah.
And again, use that to inform, like practice and decision. Not
Yeah.
like, oh, let's ban the drug. And there's so
No.
many things that like just don't get approved because like one person died. Yeah, but did other 5 improve their lives
Yeah,
and
yeah,
conditions?
yeah,
like-
totally. Yeah. So what was the big side effects that people found that were like not really?
Well, the period thing was one. I saw that. Anyway, it was just like a recent thing, and I thought it was relevant or general conversation about.
are you on a GLP-1 right now?
No, because I had so many side effects.
What were your
that
side effects?
were not reported in the they don't appear on the thing.
What were your side effects?
Autoimmune, dry eyes, night terrors, panic attacks.
You had night terrors and panic attacks. Wow.
What's that?
You had the night terrors and panic.
Yep.
Wow.
And a pain, just pain. Like the flesh hurts.
Oh, ow.
Yeah, I don't know. Like just all your flesh is painful for some reason. Weird.
Huh. Interesting.
But then all the others were fine. I mean, the gastrointestinal was very mild. I did get the
yeah,
whole,
I had no other side effects other
the
than
dopamine dampening, so I wasn't that keen on drinking or eating or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, and the reason I discontinued actually wasn't even the dry eyes, which I still have, and they're getting better, but it's still there. That was a year and a bit after, almost a year and a half.
Mm.
The reason I discontinued is it made me look like Brian Johnson. So
Oh, you had the Ozempic face?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's from malnutrition, I've heard.
Nope, I was making sure I was eating my calories.
Really?
So I was on a call with friends and they were like, "Oh, wow, dude, this is working so well. You look like you've lost 10 kilos.
Yeah.
I had lost 0 kilos.
What? Your
My
face?
face has gone, but everything else was exactly the same. So
I wonder what that is. It must just be like a. Well,
whatever. Look, I tried,
know.
didn't work for me. I've met people, personal accounts of people who had kidney failure, who had
What?
depression, who had, I'm telling you, all these side effects that didn't appear in the trials, probably skillfully were avoided in
Yes.
the trials. Again, who are you going to blame? The regulator who overregulates, the corporate who tries to get around that to actually bring a drug to market. But yeah.
Yeah, I do sometimes wonder what the long-term effects of these things are going to be, but I'm on the 3rd, so let's go. Okay, anything else you want to chat about? Oh, let's pull up your website really quick so people have what is it called?
Omniharness.dev, is that the one? Or Longevipedia? All
Well, this
right.
is the new one.
That's
Oh, wow,
right.
this looks great, by the way.
Well, thank you. That was a one shot from
One shot?
Codex with
Omni Harness?
yes, and with
Wow, that's a
impeccable style.
That's a
called it.
recursive ad right
If you
there.
look up impeccable style, it's
Oh, wait, we're not
it's
even.
a skill to add to.
Yeah, here we go.
Yes, and then Longevipedia. If you go to longevipedia.net, that one's going to take like 4 seconds to load because, yes.
Well,
Because Longevipedia.
like that.
Yeah, I think maybe, yes. Yes! Now
Yeah, this one takes
give it
4
4
seconds.
seconds.
Give it 4
Yeah,
seconds.
there it is. Boom.
Boom. Oh, this looks great.
Thank you.
Not as good as the other one though. This one's better.
That one I actually worked a lot on, like the design myself. Like the Longevipedia is me. This is
Ooh.
like a one-shot AI slop.
It's not so sloppy. So this is guap.
Thank you, thank you,
This
thank
is
you,
guap.
thank you.
Slop or guap?
Thank you. No, that's slop, but I'll fix it. I like the original design. It looks, it fits the purpose. So.
Cool. Well, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. This has been great.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
Let's do it.
Okay. See you. Bye. Thanks, NS.
Thanks
for
everyone.
watching.
Whoever's watched this far.
Yeah.